we are called to love everyone. Scripture makes it sound so easy, but in reality, it's just not. The truth is, in a perfect world, it wouldn't be so hard at all. I mean, imagine it. Living in a world where everyone loves everyone, just like God calls us to do. So I reached out to the youth and young adults in our conference, and I asked them, what would their perfect world look like? Here's what they had to say.
In a perfect world, I would not have to fear for my safety as a female and a member of the LGBT community. In a perfect world, I would not have days where I struggle to get out of bed because I am so depressed that nothing seems worth it to me. And all I can do in a day is just force myself to keep breathing and force myself to drink water. In a perfect world, I would not feel waves of pure panic from my anxiety. In a perfect world, I would not feel the need to pull out strands of my own hair to fight my anxiety and depression. In a perfect world, I would always feel accepted by my family and my friends and my teachers and classmates and peers. But it's not a perfect world.
In a perfect world, I will stop dreaming and start doing and bring awareness to those people who don't have a voice in our community.
In a perfect world, I would be able to be there for everybody to cheer them up.
In a perfect world, I would have had the opportunity to finish my senior year as expected. I learned a lot from changing my typical school style, but I also would have really liked to finish my senior year at school. I wish I got the opportunity to say an official goodbye to all my teachers and friends. As I continue on to college, I am not going to let what I missed out on affect my new journey.
In a perfect world, I will stop caring what people think about me and follow my dreams.
In a perfect world, I would get free education because it's a human right.
In a perfect world, I would see our world and my friends and my family united. I'd be able to see togetherness over politics and division, and I would see peace over hate.
In a perfect world, I will be successful in whatever I pursue.
In a perfect world, I would be an epidemiologist.
In a perfect world, I would never lose a loved one, because when I lost my grandma, it made me question a lot of things in life, and it really affected me mentally. And I never want to go through something like that again. And of course, it's part of life and stuff, but in a perfect world, if everyone could just live forever, that would just be great.
In a perfect world, I'd be more confident and decisive.
In a perfect world, I would be able to make everybody happy.
My name is Carmen and I'm graduating this year. In a perfect world, I could have more friends.
In a perfect world, I don't think it's possible for us to have a perfect world. There is no such thing as a utopian society. Even if there is a utopian society, you create problems because everything is too perfect. It doesn't work. But in my opinion, it's not about the problems that you have, it's about how you choose to solve them. Every relationship you have problems between friends, spouses, you name it. And it's not about the problems that you have, it's about how you choose to solve the problems that you do have. And it is my opinion that in a perfect world, we would listen to each other when we do have problems, instead of forcing people down to the ground when they protest and express their problems. In a perfect world, we will listen and help each other with what we need. And to me, that's a perfect world. And that's all we can ask for.
In a perfect world, we will find a middle ground in our differences through empathy and kindness.
In a perfect world, we don't hate and discriminate.
In a perfect world, we would have no hate, only love. We live in a world where crazy, unexpected things happen. If we cut out the hate in the world, there would be much better things happening. Some of us live in fear and fear of the unexpected. We need to learn how to think more positive within the world and ourselves than to think the worst.
In a perfect world, we forget borders and barriers and consider each person as one of humankind.
In a perfect world, we will be kind to each other and stop stepping on the downtrodden.
In a perfect world, we would be united together in love. We would love each other no matter what race, religion, sexuality, age, or gender. We would just love each other because that is what brings peace to our world.
In a perfect world, we would all be viewed as equal.
In a perfect world, we would love each other as equal and treat each other as each other's neighbors rather than going against others.
In a perfect world, I see that we would all be very content. I see that everyone be in peace with the fact that everyone is unique in their own way. And also, I feel like everyone would be just happy with what they have and everyone would have enough. Being at peace with the world, I feel like, would greatly decrease and belittle the amount of hate that is around this world.
In a perfect world, we would have a socialist government and equality for all.
In a perfect world, we could have a cure for asthma and cancer so my brother Nick and my grandma Sylvia and my friends Stevie and Kelsey didn't die.
In a perfect world, we would all get along and there would be no more fighting.
In a perfect world, no one would go to bed hungry.
In my perfect world, we would have a government that could still support us, but everything would be equal and there would be like a good system that didn't become corrupt over time.
In a perfect world, we would have world peace, meaning no war. Everybody would have the same income, no matter what job you have. Nobody would be homeless, and racism wouldn't be a thing.
And people wonder why I love my job. Talking to youth and young adults about their lives and their future is always so humbling to me. I pray for them daily, and I hope that one day in their lifetime, they indeed get to live in their perfect world.